correct with another one, aka Run to Daylight. And we playing, with the Titans, baby. We're trying to get it popping against the Chargers today. Trying to lead the lead. Dang, you only got 1,000 yards passing.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the veteran Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers as they match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's get you up to Nashville and Nissan Stadium. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He finds Corey Davis. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Still on the screen.
Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
on my
I know what
career.
you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Derwin James, an all-pro as a rookie last year, up from his safety spot to make the tackle. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for it. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Maybe we get through these holes, man.
Complex block, keep to your assignments, let him run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, end result, touchdown.
All we need when we play.
So on fourth down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Get out of here.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
And move
There's no way.
And open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a...
When it was
Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mariota looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And that will be incomplete.
Pulling for the ball. You want.
A first down throw for Mariota. And his throw is
Stop overthrowing me.
incomplete.
What the heck is going on? You underthrowing your receivers?
A lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Are you
After the
overthrowing me?
incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Brushing off defenders.
Okay.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
15 yards on the play, first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Oh, he's got his man open out of the backfield. 23 yards on the play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run, it's Sanders. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
I'll be watching.
Here's Matt Darr now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
He brought that in.
Now Sanders. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
You gotta be like...
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's Mariota, and the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, so that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you saying?
After every score anyway.
That number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
How to run
He's
the
upended
thing.
at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. To throw Mariota. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Really, I'm not right there.
A pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Yeah, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just work.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this.
And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but...
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for our visitors, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
How they've been able to, they were like 8th in defense or something crazy. Get this upgrade.
Guys, we all watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got to be great. You want to win a ball game, take advantage of your practice reps, because Sunday's going to be here before you know it.
Set! Working! Working! Set! Blue light, turn! Set! Blue light, team! Blue light, up! Set! Blue line! Blue line up! Set! Working! Burning turn! Ready! Blue, boys up! Ready! Ready! One and one! Set! Black and on! Ready! Ready! Line up!
Men, you're going to like what you see in the film room this afternoon, because today was a great practice. The coaching staff, we can't ask for much more. You guys consistently do that, and we are going to find ourselves in the playoffs. Good stuff.
Did he really get high? Like, people keep saying that because he smoked a video of 50 taking one toke. Yeah, that's probably not the first time he got high. That's the thing. He's always at everything else. People don't think 50 don't drink. He drink. Everything else in moderation. He don't drink heavily like that. His focus is different. He's always been like that. Even when he was a drug dealer, his focus was different. He was getting to the bag. It's not like you can't get to the bag and smoke too. I mean, it's an easy job, but like the customers come to you. I'm saying that. I'm saying you had a mindset than most people in the situation. So I mean, like, whoop-de-doo. They had a party anyway. I don't smoke, I don't drink, but I'm just saying, like. He still is a gangster rapper, right? The heck? Well, his genre, so I mean, like. Dang. First time. I don't think this is his first time getting high. It's just the people around him do it all the time. Like Tony Yayo, Young Buck, Lloyd Banks smoked all.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the fifth-year quarterback, Jameis Winston, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's get you up to Nashville and Nissan Stadium. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Coach, being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come into this one 0-6 on the year, and really it's sort of just been one thing after another.
Coupled with they don't start very fast. The first quarter's really been an issue for them. They've got to learn to get out of the gates quicker in order to try and win some game.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, one.
They're throwing up to. Look, I'm 6'3".
4th down, and the Bucs trot out the former 49er Bradley Pinion to punt it, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So big pickup that time, and Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know it means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. 7 yards on the touchdown run. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard. So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Yeah, Sanders now to return.
Ah, you got to be kidding me. I'm so confused.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be Titan football. A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 series. A rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game. Later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead. And that should be a fun one.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Here's Sanders, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Burger, my man, just 1 sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because
following the interception here, Mariota. That is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Mariota. And that's incomplete.
I don't know why they do
feels
this.
like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because
Asking for
you
the
prefer
ball.
not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the
Running back.
screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing is Mariota.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. Fighting through it. He's got space. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now Mariota. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Now, if we're going
what's
comp,
been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season.
And,
we'll start up at TIAA Stadium
like
in Jacksonville. And that one just before halftime with the Jaguars out on top.
Especially the
Jaguars clocked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head a little further north.
One-on-one
Check
situation
on the
sometimes.
Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Were you
And they trail in that ball
behind
game
the
to the visiting Seattle Seahawks.
Packers.
2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium.
No.
And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Raiders.
No, we timed that right. That crap. And we talking about players that.
Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
20 has gotten better, a little bit better with that, but still. Depending on what mode you play in, like I was playing comp yesterday.
On first down, it's Sanders. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Powers through again. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Add the shit in the block, right?
One tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 16 yards, a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
I got the ball, I saw him.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
What do you do about that?
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with it.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 10-yard touchdown run, and the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here.
You taught me. Charles.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be taken at the 13. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll get this up to about the 35. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here with Sanders. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now Sanders gets through, and now an opening. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Line, brother.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From
Changing
where we sit,
direction is
it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From behind.
That's going to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it?
In this whole situation.
Gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Oh.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. 22 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Mariota now. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Another run with Sanders. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move on the ground, or you can decide to throw.
And now the rookie's free. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get...
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And some room to maneuver. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be
They've
too
been playing
happy with
pretty
that
good.
score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this. I struggle. But on the other,
No, they haven't. Not yard. They had stopped.
a big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Titans, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.
Luke Kuechly. Yeesh. I haven't played him yet. His player recognition probably 99. That's what I was saying to one of my friends. We got two X Factor players basically, Zach and Fletcher Cox. I was like, why Malcolm Jenkins ain't? Malcolm Jenkins is 92 overall. He had like a 96 player recognition. He has a bunch of 90s that pop up on it. I'm like, bruh, so he can't even be a superstar? Because you got X Factor and you got superstar. It's like, okay. It's like, ability. Unlock one of these. RB Apprentice. Literally saw B and said P. I don't know why. Whatever. When lined up at a running back, players with disability have access to 4 additional hot routes during pre-play adjustments. That's a dope badge. Wow, that's a pretty dope badge. Hot routes. Spin cycle. Ball carriers with disability have faster spin animation. So spin a lot. End specialist. Receivers with disability run sharper routes, catch more consistently while running routes. Post flag. Elite. Receivers with disability run sharper routes, catch more consistently while riding post and corner routes. Not really that. It's still a dope badge, but the running backs don't really run post routes unless we go shotgun and we do that bench play. That has a bunch of point. Or we go corner strike and I'm actually on the line. But usually when I'm playing corner strike, I'm blocking. Or I might be running one of those little, dump out routes. Receivers with disability run sharper routes and catch more consistently while running the curl route, comeback route. Yeah, a lot of these are helpful, but at the same time, running backs don't necessarily run those routes, unless you're playing Well, I do run, curl routes do come in when you, that's kind of a curl when what you call it, but whatever. Ball carrier, jukebox. Ball carrier with disability has faster juke animation. I think I'll go with. Okay, that one 90, not there yet. I'm at 85, even though it says 87. The morale they got a boost, and see that's what 2K got to understand too. Temporary boost. We're talking about for my career. We're not talking about for what you call it. And the fact that sometimes you have to play my career to upgrade your player a lot of times, I don't know if that's going to be like that for 2K20 necessarily. I like playing my career, so I will still be playing my career as far as for my 2K player. But I'm just saying, it's nice to have little boosts within my career that you don't necessarily have to pay for or have to have an endorsement for. Just naturally because you played the game well that night. So I mean, like that's all we need. It's my career. You're just playing against a computer. It's not that big of a deal to give temporary boosts like that stay on your player throughout the game because you're playing well. It's playing against a computer. I'm not talking about for what you call park and program and stuff like that. You already community. They definitely gonna find a way to cheese the game now because the way they have the archetype built this time, where you pick 3 out of the 4 of the categories in the order that you want to pick.
Today's a work day, gentlemen, and you know what that means? We got to get better today. What I want to know is who's ready to work. I'm ready to work. Are you ready to work? If you are,
I understand you. Words that we see.
men, you're gonna like what you see in the film room this afternoon.
Look forward to that,
because
though.
Today
Trying to
was a great practice. The coaching staff,
Ash.
we can't ask for much more. You guys consistently do that, and we are gonna find ourselves in the playoffs. Good stuff.
I don't dribble to just dribble. Nah, I've watched people play 2K and I'm like, they'll dribble, and they have opened up, they've broken somebody or opened up a lane, and they will still keep dribbling. Nah, I ain't about that. If I've broken you or I've created some space, I'm not gonna keep dribbling. That's pretty much what dribbling guys do. They will dribble to the point where they can just sauce you up 3 times in a row, and then finally shoot it. Nope. As soon as I break away from you, I'm going to the rack or I'm shooting. Because that was my whole purpose of dribbling in the first place, was to get you off of me. I told somebody the other day, I was like, man, I'm more of a dribble guy in real life than I would ever be in 2K. Because I dribble more in real life than I would in 2K. I don't care about like that, doing that in 2K. And I really wouldn't consider myself a dribble guy in real life. It's just that I know how to dribble very well. But yeah, that's the end of my broadcast. Like, share, subscribe. It will be on my YouTube page, AyoKid2306. This is my Twitch, AyoKid exclusive, and we out.